Welcome everyone to another review, and in today's review we're going to be taking a look at the much anticipated Avast Internet Security 2015. Now before I jump into the review, let's take a look at some non-review related stuff. Alright, so as you can see right here, I have Process Explorer for those of you who hadn't noticed yet, and this was recommended to me by a user. Hopefully this will work better than Kill Switch, and the reason I'm hoping that is because we open it up, you can see it uses Virus Total. That's what jumped out at me, so we're going to give it a try today. We're going to keep Kill Switch on the system though, because Kill Switch offers me to see system, gives me basically a rundown of the system and critical areas, and lets me know if they were modified or not. So that's good to see, or it's good that I'm going to keep both of them, because this I feel is going to be a lot lighter in the system, and this gives me equal if not more information. So we're going to keep them both. Alright, that's out of the way. Now let's talk about Avast itself. I am testing Avast on VMware, as you can see right there. And if you look at their website, Avast has implemented hardware virtualization. And if you don't know what that is, essentially what it does is it utilizes your motherboard's hardware virtualization capability, if enabled on your system, to basically increase the performance. Now, if you read their website, it states that if you don't have it enabled, the sandbox cannot perform as it was intended. Well, this system, if we looked, I have SPECI on here and I looked, it is not supported according to SPECI. That's the only way I can figure out. I looked in the BIOS too on my actual virtual machine, and it does not have an option to enable. Because it's a virtual machine, you really can't virtualize virtualization. It doesn't typically work out that well. Now, Komodo's virtualization worked out okay. However, the hardware side I don't think was really working up to par. So hopefully we'll just see maybe a performance decrease in it. I know they had problems in the past with it even functioning. That's why I'm just throwing out the disclaimer there. Hopefully it'll work, but we'll find out. Now, getting into the program a little bit more, Avast Deep Screen is also part of that virtualization, and I hope that won't be affected too, because they're intended to work in conjunction with each other. Deep Screen essentially takes a look at a file that is unknown, and once let's say you execute that unknown file, Deep Screen comes along and says, all right, what are you trying to do to me here? Where are you trying to go, and what are you trying to modify? If that file is trying to modify certain sections of the system, essentially it's just going to be blocked, and any changes that it had done will be undone from what I can understand. Perfect, right? Well, let's say that the file is deemed okay, and Deep Screen says, hey, I don't see anything wrong with you. I'm just going to keep letting you do what you want to do. I'm going to watch you, but you can do whatever you want to do. The changes are still modified, and if at any point Avast detects that it is a piece of malware or exhibits any malicious behavior, once again, it is terminated and changes are done, or undone, to your system, actually. So, that's that. Hopefully we'll be able to see that in action, but like I said, without it being on an actual machine, and I'm not going to run this on an actual machine. For those of you who are going to comment and say, well, why don't you put it on an actual machine? Because my computer costs about $1,000, and I really don't feel like completely destroying it. Granted, I know virtualization with VMware is not 100% foolproof. It's 99.9%. There's malware out there I know that can get past it, but as long as you keep it up to date, those bugs are pretty much fixed really quickly. And, well, I guess I'm living on the edge, right? So, essentially, let's take a look at the actual interface here. Now, I do like it. It's dark. It is kind of blunt on the edges a little bit, but that's kind of how Windows 8 is. And nevertheless, it does have big buttons, which make it easy to use on a tablet. You can customize this section right here by right-clicking, and you can choose from any of these options. It is kind of limited, but yet it does have a lot of options, which is nice. So it kind of is the best of both worlds. Just click on one, and it changes it. So let's say we want to change it to this. We'll just do firewall. And then we'll say update, because update well is quite important to an antivirus program. So let's go ahead and click update and see what happens. If there's any definitions out there, hopefully they'll be downloaded. It says that we're already up to date. Well, I don't really know why it updated the program but not the definitions, because definitions are up here. So it looks like, alright, so we're already up to date with definitions. That's good. Let's take a look at the settings a little bit, see what we got in there. You can see we got Deep Screen right here. We talked about that a little bit earlier. And we got File System Shield right here. Nothing really much has changed in here. What? Diskette? Who? Okay. Yes. Diskettes, because they're all so readily used nowadays, we have to make sure we scan them. Whenever a floppy disk is accessed, Avast will scan. Okay. Alright, well, I guess I gotta go to Circuit City and get rid of my Laserdisc reader and get myself a diskette drive, because technology is just flowing, right? I mean, we gotta upgrade that stuff. Wow, why would you put that in there? Maybe I'm like really stupid or something and don't understand it, but really a diskette? Alright, moving on. Guess they gotta make sure they support everything, right? Guess I can't really bitch too much about it. Nevertheless, this all looks the same to me. Yeah, this is all pretty much the same. So let's take a look at some other stuff here. We got update, subscription, about Avast, tools. We got sandbox settings right here. Sandbox storage, you can adjust the areas that the sandbox content is stored if you want. Virtualized process, it looks like you can manually select or delete virtualized processes. You got privacy here, which is nice. You can block certain sections of the system. So when things are basically virtualized, they cannot access certain sections of the system. Now you can also, that's cute. Why didn't it let me do anything there? Virtualized processes, where were we again? Did I screw, oh, right there. Alright, I don't know why I was clicking right there. I'm an idiot, I guess. Doesn't seem to work. Anyways, you can also customize them and manually define certain things in the system. Exclusions, internet access. You can allow or block certain sandboxed objects from accessing the internet, which is really nice. I wish Komodo would implement something like that. You got safe zone right here. We'll actually look at safe zone in just a minute here, but I'm going to continue on with this. Let's see what we got. Safe zone settings right here, which supposedly protects against keyloggers. We might test that a little later too. We'll see if we have time. So essentially, that's pretty much that. Let's go ahead and take a look over here. We got scan for viruses. You click on that. We can select from different scan types. Tools, once again, over here. The store, account, statistics. If we click this, it does all these fancy things and all these numbers and stuff show up. For all you techies out there like me, who enjoy kind of taking a look through this stuff and seeing what your last essentially web site was or web address was that was scanned. So you can go get global stats also. Sweet. So I think that's pretty much it. I know I'm missing a lot of stuff. That does have a lot of stuff to talk about in here, but we only have a small amount of time and we're already almost 8 minutes into the video. You got sounds right here, so if you want to even put your pirate sounds in there, which I know Avast has, you can do that. Pop-up settings right here, password, maintenance, all of their cool stuff. Special scans, alerts. Yeah, so Avast has always been known to have very granular settings and had the capability of pleasing both the novice and the techie users. So let's take a look at the Safe Zone. Let's click on that and I'll explain what it is. Safe Zone essentially is a section of your system or an environment that is fully virtualized, kind of like what we were talking about earlier. However, the difference in this area of the system is that none of the current system applications can touch the safe zone, and the safe zone cannot touch the rest of your system. They're completely separate. Now, I think there is, I know Komodo has kind of a shared folder. I don't know if Avast has implemented that or not, but nevertheless, it's an isolated section where you can put all your stuff in and don't have to worry about keyloggers supposedly and other malware getting your information. You can go ahead and just close it out by clicking the big X up there, and you can see we're good to go. All right, let's start testing here. So we'll get open our Process Explorer. Make sure I got my VPN online. Make that a little bit smaller, I guess. Yeah, I think this Process Explorer is going to work out really well. Pretty excited for this. All right, VPN online. We are ready to go. And as you can see, Avast is protecting our system. Let's begin. All right, first link right here. And why is that not showing up? I thought Avast had this web shield thingamabobber. Let me quick do that before I figure this out. Oh, it's right there. Well, why is it not showing up? And now this isn't going to work on here. Cool. That's awesome. Alright, so well that's coming up, I guess, because I wanted to make sure that's working. I don't know why that didn't show up the first time. This is like their web analysis type thing here where they can scan certain websites or scan websites and see if they're safe or not. So I want to make sure that's working. So we're waiting that because this website's been really slow. Let's go to, let's say, this one right here. We're going to try this one out. Alright, so now we can begin the test. 10 minutes into the video, right? I know, sorry. Okay, let's see. We'll go with, let's try this one right here, if we can make it work. Oh, that's right, we got, this one, I believe, what's virus total? I'm like really not with it, am I, tonight? I guess I'll have to manually do this then. That'll work even. Okay, that one doesn't look like it's working. Okay.
Threat has been detected.
So number 1 was blocked. Off to a good start so far. Let's try this one. Oh, cute. Just cute. Now I can't even get to it. Oh, I am a moron. I am a real moron, aren't I? Guess I'll have to use malcode then because this is not working either. Great. Well, this test is going down the shitter real fast. And I didn't even shrink down the browser so we can see what's going on over here. On a roll. On a roll. Alright, let's close that out. That ain't working. We'll try it a little bit later. Let's head over to malcode and we'll try some of this malcode stuff out and see how it works. Let's try this one right here. Always do the first one right. Minecraft downloadable something or other. I think that's what that stands for. Okay, let's see. Where is our Minecraft thing? I saw it pop up somewhere. Well, this is actually unknown from virus total here. So, I guess I've seen this before. I think it's safe. So we're going to just skip that one. Let's take a look at this one right here. So I'm not going to count that against Avast. Alright, this one looks like it's malware. Well, that's doing that. Let's try our website again. Nope, still ain't working. Alright, well, let's just keep going, I guess, right? Let's try this one. Cute. Just cute.
Threat has been detected.
Yeah, it's been detected as adware, so that number 2 has been blocked. Oh, I just pushed Control C instead of Control V. Great. Alright, let's try this one. Setup.exe. It's been blocked. Well, I don't want to test out Smart Screen, okay? So I understand you know what's good and bad. Cancel that. Run anyways. Okay, you see Deep Screen is analyzing this. No problems have been found so far. Sorry for the wait. Error has occurred. So it looks like it crashed. I'm going to say that one was missed, but it was also blocked because I think Avast stopped it. I don't know for sure, but I'm thinking it stopped it.
Threat has been detected.
That was blocked. Number 5. Let's see if we can get something different here. Okay, so it looks like we have that running. It has been categorized as unknown. We'll go ahead and let it go here. Nothing from Avast yet. Okay, so it looks like that has been reported as malware. So the thing is currently running on the system. I'm going to go ahead and let this go then, I guess. And do whatever it wants to do. It looks like we're getting something here. We'll just go ahead and close that out. Save some time. Don't really care. What else do we want to do? We'll try this one, I guess. See what we get, right? Hopefully this isn't the same one, because I don't want to keep testing that same stupid piece of malware that always annoyed problem. Yeah, and it's the same one pretty much, isn't it? So we're not even going to let that go. I want something different. Alright, let's try. Hopefully this will be something different, but something tells me it's not going to be. Looks like it's just the same thing renamed. Yep. Renamed, of course. Alright, let's go ahead and try our other website one more time. Dang it! You bastards. Okay, let's try something else that's not that specific URL. It's really getting frustrating. Avast free antivirus. Well, hell yeah, we gotta get Avast on our system. We got malware now. Let's get that Avast. If it's that same piece of malware, I swear to everything, I'm gonna... Oh, really? I'm at like not even 5 into it yet, and you're giving me the same damn piece of malware. Okay. We gotta find something better. Please be something different. Other than this thing right here. Okay, close. Run anyways. LOL. Okay, so that was detected by 1. So I guess it was malware in a sense, but... So I guess I'll count that as a miss in a sense. Even though it crashed, it did let it through. So 5 was missed. Because 1 person detected it as malware. And that's how I guess I'm going to do this kind of. If someone detects it as malware, well, it may not actually be malware. I'm still going to count it as a miss. Just because you want to make sure. You better be safe than sorry, right? Alright.
Has been detected.
Block. This is the web shield, mind you, that's doing all the work here. So we'll have to see if during the 0-day malware analysis that it can hopefully perform a little bit better. This looks like it's really old malware now. So let's go ahead and actually go to a different website here. We have a couple more to do. I realize this is not the newest in the way of malware, but it's all we can do because my other site is not working. Great. That's not working either, huh? This is the night it's going to be. Try to give my viewers some really good reviews, and I'm stuck with junk. Oh, cool. Mail.exe. For those emails we gotta send. And
Threat
that was
has been detected.
blocked twice, apparently. Double the threat. Not necessarily. Okay, well, this is our 11th now. Let's go ahead and see if we can not find... If we can't get this to work again. Really? Can we just get to the home page? Oh, that's not the right one. That's not what I'm looking for. I gotta Google that stuff. Alright, close that out. Malware sites. course. Can we at least get to the home page? No, we can't. What am I thinking? I'm wasting my time right now. Let's try. I realize now we'll run this one right here. We have 3 more. I know it's older, but I gotta run something. Oh, cute. Yeah, you're just gonna not work then. Come on. Oh, seriously? There we go. Oh. This is just not my night, is it? Okay, this is as far back as I can go. I mean, seriously. Not even working anymore. That's awesome. Malware domain list. Do we have anything there? Oh, I got stuff from the 13th. I don't think it's even going to work anymore, but we'll give it a shot. This is an exploit kit. Supposedly. This one's supposed to lead to an exploit. We'll find out. That one's dead. Let's see. Enough of those. Let's try this one. Not working. Awesome. And we'll try this one. Old-fashioned Trojan.
Threat has been
And
detected.
it looks like their web filter actually detected this one. That's the name I was trying to think of earlier. All right, two more. Let's do this. Let's get this done so we can move on. We got some zipped up malware here. Save it to the desktop.
Threat has been detected.
And that is really good to see. It actually was able to look in that zip folder and detect the malware. Awesome. That's what I like to see. So far, it's doing pretty good. Pretty impressed. Really kind of running out. Now we're going way too far back. Oh, let's see what else. What else can we do? Let's try VxVault again and see. Is there anything? Let's try. Yeah, I know I said I wasn't gonna. I don't think we tried this one. I can't remember. I have a bad memory, guys. Okay. Okay, no. Let's try this one. This one's 3 meg, and it was already detected.
Suspicious item has been detected.
Oh, a suspicious item. Okay. That's kind of cool. So it did block it, though. Alright, so we really only, in theory, missed one, and that really was a one that only got detected. I can't really show you guys, can I? That one was kind of possibly a false positive, or at least a benign file in a way. So let's go ahead. I'm going to close this out because we don't need that open anymore. I'm going to, well, we'll just let that do that. Let's disable Avast for 10 minutes here. That's all we should need. I'm going to extract the malware here. We're going to see how much we have once it's extracted. And then, so let's go ahead and pull that down there. What do we have? 65 items. I know, not a lot, guys, but it's all I could find today. It's kind of a bad day for malware, and I nevertheless wanted to get a review out. So we're going to go ahead and run a scan here. That's some really quick. Wow. All right. That was awesome. We're going to go ahead and delete all these files that it's detected. Apply. Still applying. I thought delete would go faster. Their scan speeds were fast, but you know, maybe on the removal process they have to work a little bit on it. Really can't complain considering the scans were really fast. I haven't even had to pause the video yet. Okay, today, there we go. Everything's been removed successfully, it says. Oh, I guess it's done, but yet it kind of shows it's not, in a sense. Oh, wait, whatever. Might be a bug they have to work out. Let's try it one more time. I guess we'll scan it. Okay, no threats found. We had 65 items and nothing left. Wow. That's good. That is really good. I guess let's see. I wish I could really find some malware. Let's try, because I know this test is really short, and well, it's 24 minutes. I really can't call it short, but nevertheless, I really wanted to show you guys, or see myself even, if it was capable of blocking unknown malware and actually run some of this stuff inside the sandbox. Let's see if anybody posted any more malware. What do we got? Mobile malware. That's not really going to do me much good now, is it? And a lot of this stuff that I had, that was pretty much 0-day malware. Granted, 7:30 in the morning, but yeah, that's less than 24 hours old still. I don't think that's going to work. I guess let's try this one here. It's got 139 samples. And I think what I'm going to do next is I'm actually going to get it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to pause the video here, and I'm going to get some. I know where to get some more samples here. So I'm going to pause the video, get some more samples, and then once I have it all ready, we'll be back, and we'll hopefully continue the test here. So let's do that. All right, everyone. So I'm back. I got more malware. We got 500 total samples now to work with. All right. So let's go ahead and scan this folder and see what it finds. Now this malware is from yesterday, so it's a little old. It's not too much older than 24 hours, but nevertheless it is over 24 hours old. So
Scan has been completed.
obviously you have threats detected. We are going to delete those because we just have no need for them anymore. And it says the action has been successfully applied, and that was really fast this time. So I don't know what happened last time, but nevertheless that was really fast. Let's see what we got left. Uh-oh. We got 14 objects remaining. All right, this might be good. So we had 500 to start out with. So let's do our math here with our little calculator. 500 minus 14 and divided by 500 gives us a detection rate of 97%. It's pretty good. And as you know, in the last folder, we had 100% detection rate, which is unrealistic, as everyone knows, but 97%, a little more realistic. So, with that said, let's go ahead and re-enable Avast here. Enable all 6 disabled shields. Avast states that it is now protecting our system, and I probably should turn my VPN back on because when we start running malware, it'd be really nice if it doesn't get my actual IP address. So please excuse me while I actually do that. And we'll put that in there. And we are not, there we go, connected. All right, so we should now be able to eventually see that change over. You can see it just turned. All right, so now we should be on. Yep. All right. It doesn't say it anymore for some reason. That can't use the DNS or whatever that was, but whatever. Oh wait, hold on. I just noticed something. They got rid of their advertisements. Oh, it's because I got Internet Security. So I'm thinking of the free version, the advertisement. Just ignore me when I say that. Just ignore me. Okay, let's go ahead. Get our Process Explorer open. Don't let me forget that. So that we can keep an eye on what's going on in the system. Just take a minute here. We'll wait for all the hashes to get submitted to ensure that our system is not infected right now. I don't think it is. When we left the last state, there's nothing. Yes, and we can see everything is 0 and at least not detected. Doesn't mean it's safe, just means it's not detected by any sort of AVs. All right, let's go ahead and run some of these. So we'll start out with this one right here. Looks like it's analyzing it, and it looks like that is actual malware. And Avast said that there's no problems found. Okay, interesting. Let's try this one right here.
Suspicious item has been detected.
Okay, let's try this one. Deep scan is analyzing, or keep calling it deep scan. It's deep screen actually. That one is actual malware. So this is a piece of malware, and it is doing something. But as you can see, it's got a box around it, which is stating it's in deep screen, which is good. So we'll see. It's currently analyzing it. Still nothing. Okay, one process has terminated. We are left with still the one, and deep screen says it found no problems, but yet according to Virus Total, there it's still. Oh, hold on, we got more processes being spawned off of it now. And it looks as if it's trying it again, but now you can see it's not actually sandboxed. This is completely out of the sandbox. Okay, well that's doing that. Let's go ahead and make sure everything's working. Okay, good. Let's run this one.
Suspicious item has been detected.
Okay, that one went good.
Suspicious item has been detected.
So it looks like it is actually doing a good job at blocking most of this malware, I have to say. But it is downloading, as you can see, other pieces of malware on the system now that this is on here. So I don't know what it's... Okay, yeah, it looks like it's downloading a bunch of stuff because my internet activity light's going absolutely crazy. Okay, it looks like we got deep screen again.
Threat has been detected.
And I don't know if that is associated with this that we just tried to run. Let's see, malware 153. Yes, I believe it is. So it appears... Malware download. Okay, so that's something else associated with more
Threat
malware.
has been detected.
Okay, so yeah, this is essentially, it's trying to download more malware and Avast is picking up on it, which is good. We recommend running a boot time scan on your restarting computer and running Avast. Okay, I'm not... I'll have to think about that. I'm not going to do it right now, but I don't necessarily know if I'm going to run a boot time scan on my computer just because I don't really have that time. And the fact that it's on the computer already kind of is not exactly good. So
Suspicious item has been detected.
that's good. But don't get me wrong, this is doing actually really well. I'm really impressed with it.
Threat has been detected.
It
Threat has been detected.
blocking quite a bit of malware.
Suspicious item has been detected.
Okay.
Suspicious item has been detected.
And let's do this one right here. And I think we still got one more right here. I don't think we ran this one. Okay, that one looks like it failed. And it looks like we got some more malware right here. And let's see if we go ahead and close that out. We can close that out. I don't think we're going to be able to delete it because I'm assuming... Okay, we can. Cool. Let's go ahead and delete that. We don't need that stuff anymore. And let's go ahead. And it looks like everything has been deleted. Nothing is actually running on the system anymore. Well, probably because we just wiped it out. But nevertheless, well, that was kind of stupid of me, I guess. I just deleted it. But why did it let me delete it? Maybe it was due to the fact that Avast had something running in the sandbox. It wasn't on the system. Interesting. It shouldn't have, if that stuff was running in the folder that we saw running earlier, it shouldn't have let me delete it. But like I said, maybe Avast was, hopefully it didn't just undo all the malware, but maybe we did. We'll have to see. Alright, so before we actually do some scans though, I do want to, well, let's do the scans first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video now. I'm going to run a quick scan with Avast. I'm going to run a quick, before I do that, I'm going to reboot the system because I want to give Avast a chance to remove anything that was in the sandbox, clear it out, stuff like that, you know, the usual. I'm going to come back then. I'm going to do a quick scan with Avast. I'm going to do quick scans with our usual scans. I think I might minus, I'll do Komodo probably. Yeah, no, I might minus it this time. I might actually just get that out of the test just because I feel that the cloud scanner from MPro does a good enough job. So once it comes back, I'll be back with that stuff and we will then see how well Avast did in the test. So that'll be it for now. I'll be right back. Alright everyone, so the scans have completed, but before we do that, I want to go into Avast Safe Zone and see if our keylogger here, our program that we used last time, will be able to detect any keystrokes. So let's go ahead and start it up, and you can see it's trying to figure out my input device. So if we go down here, we can say test. Okay, so now it knows the device. And let's now say, okay, let's go on our secure environment here, and hopefully that program should not be able to detect any of my keystrokes. So let's do that. And it looks like our program is going up here. So if we go to Bank of America and go into the site and put our information in. Let's say we have, let's call it my user ID. Alright, so now that should have been essentially been in, we'll just enter, doesn't really matter, but I think that's actually someone's user ID. Wow. Okay. I don't use Bank of America, but that's interesting. It almost appears like it is trying to yeah, almost like that was an actual ID. Wow, that's interesting. Someone needs to change that then if that is their ID actually. Anyways, so essentially, let's see if now our keylogger has simulated that. Oh, nothing on there. Okay, let's now go into Internet Explorer here and see if we can do it on here. So we're still simulating. Let's see, bank. Oh, look at that. What's going on there? I see bank and then 2. Obviously, enters recognized it 2. Avast recommends safe zone. Well, that's what I was just in. Okay. And if we do my user ID, well, you see it pops up. So Avast states that in safe zone, you're protected from keyloggers. From what I can gather, Avast would be correct. Now, why is my system frozen again? Essentially, let's move on. I don't know why it's not responding. I kind of did that earlier. Don't know what that's all about. But I think they had some crashes and stuff. But let's just continue. So Avast found nothing. If we go to Malwarebytes, look at what it scanned. It found one thing, stolen data, in the app data program. It's supposedly, no, it's not it's supposed to be a temp folder or a temp file, but it is stolen data. So that's it's not good to see. Just a potential I want to program though. None of this, by the way, is running on the system. I just checked, so that's good to see. And Hitman Pro, well, doesn't really look. It looks bad, but it really actually isn't. And the reason is because a lot of this is in temporary internet files and in temporary folders and stuff like that. It's not actually in critical areas of the system. And keep in mind, none of it's running in my system now. Just decided to start responding again for some weird reason. All right. So, bottom line for Avast Internet Security. Now, I want to actually state this too. The Internet Security has the sandbox and the firewall. We were testing out the sandbox and stuff like that. I believe Safe Zone is within the free version of Avast. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. But the sandbox and firewall are not included in the free version. You just strictly get the antivirus and obviously heuristics and stuff like that. But a lot of this stuff that we tested out today was just for the advanced or the Internet Security version. So it did a really good job. System is not really that infected at all. There's just minor things on here. The system is completely usable and there's almost no malware in critical areas. So Avast gets an A+ in my mind. I would recommend Avast. And if you want to, you just hit a one fix-it-all Internet Security suite. You install it and you forget it. Avast Internet Security is pretty much what you're looking for, I'd say. It seems very user-friendly and it seems to do a really good job at keeping your system secure. And it's got Safe Zone, which states it protects you against keyloggers, and as you just witnessed in the test, it appears it does protect you from keyloggers. Really good to see. Good job, guys at Avast. Keep up the good work. That's going to pretty much be it for this review. I don't really have any more time, I guess. It's been an hour, so we're going to call it quits here. And that's going to be it. So hope you guys like this review, and I'll talk to you guys next time.